Late one Saturday night in Temera Rakajaya, a housing complex in Kuala Dungan, Malaysia, a group of college friends were live streaming on Facebook, laughing, messing around, enjoying the first real sense of freedom after the semester finally ended. It was supposed to be a relaxed night, just friends, a camera, and nothing serious. But without warning, a loud echoing bang suddenly rang out from somewhere outside the house. The mood shifted instantly, and what they captured next was not part of the plan. Here's what the camera recorded.
Mahu kau tak ibu. Oh, my pitu, my pagi. My pagi, my pitu, my kita tengok, my kita tengok. Buka apa? Buka apa? Nak guguk babi. Kau buka apa? Apa? Itu nak bunyi dia tu. Ha? Oh, sana buka ni. Kenapa? Kau itu ni, Syed.
Dia dah masuk ni.
Cukup.
Alamak.
Duduk luar.
Buka aku.
Lapu luar masuk.
Aku?
Lapu luar masuk.
Bulok. Nyali bulok. Tak, aku lihat lah.
Kau boleh apa mah? Kau boleh.
Ini kau belakang dia celum.
Kenapa?
Ni lolong. Ni kau bilik aku lagi.
Kau bilik mak dia.
Kau tutup dapur.
Itu lah.
Ya.
Tak benda ni, Bi? Tak. Macam ni, Bi? Tak ada orang. Allah, lampu pula tutup. Ya, babi tu. Bodoh. Tinggal aku pun bodoh. Macam babi tinggal aku.
Bodoh.
Lampu tutup pula.
Luar ketang. Bodoh tak?
Bimbang.
Pia. Tak boleh pipi.
Ya. Tak orang tu. Tak silap dia.
After searching the entire house for an intruder, they returned to the living room. And that's when they saw it. A shadowy figure standing silently in the corner. The room hadn't been like that before. They had recorded it moments earlier. The lights were on. The corner was empty. So how did the lights suddenly switch off? And how did that figure appear without anyone entering the room? Was it just an elaborate prank? Or did something else join them that night? You decide. Phil Sinclair, a ghost hunter from South Yorkshire in the UK, was spending the night investigating the old chapel in Brampton Rotherham when something unusual was captured on camera. The chapel has a long history of unsettling reports, objects moving on their own, voices heard in empty rooms. Years earlier, during his first visit, Phil even believed he'd made contact with the spirit of a child, though he never managed to collect solid evidence. This time, after hours of quiet investigation and little to show for it, something finally happened. And some believe it may be the most compelling poltergeist activity recorded there so far. Take a look.
I ask again, if there are any entities within this building, can you please make yourself known? Got the portal ready. Also got the K2 meter to pick up any spikes of BMF. So let's do this. If there are any entities within this building, I ask for you to make yourself known. Okay. Got the REM pod set up here. So if that, goes off for no reason, that could be potential evidence. Okay. I'm going to knock like this. Can you repeat it? You can use all my energy to do so.
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Are you sleeping here? Please copy this if you can.
They had been trying everything, hour after hour, calling out, waiting, listening, and then it happens.
Communicate with me. Knock on the floor, knock on the door. Let me know you are here. Are you the minister here? What? Was that you? Is that you? What is... Get that thing off. What is that? Hello? Have you locked that door? Hello? That door's closed. Hello? I just don't know what's going on. Who's there, please? Why did that door just move? Is it a draft or something? Have you left one of the doors open? Are you sure you've closed it? Who's done that, please? Who's just done that? Who's moved the door? The REM pod went off as well, though, didn't it? I don't know. All I could hear is that bloody thing that you've put on.
Something appears to interact with the REM pod, and at the same moment, the nearby door begins to move. But there's no one there, no visible cause. What makes this footage stand out is how it unfolds. The cameraman reacts quickly, capturing the door in motion, while the REM pod is actively going off. The entire area is clearly visible, and he moves in close, revealing no signs of strings, motors, or hidden mechanisms. Just as important, there's no exaggerated reaction, no shouting, no panic. They remain calm, almost cautious, exactly how real investigations tend to go. They had spent hours in the chapel that night, and this was the only moment that stood out. Skeptics will argue it could still be staged, that the REM pod was triggered or the door pulled somehow. But after watching their behavior throughout the investigation, many viewers find that explanation hard to accept. So what do you think? Did you notice something others missed? The Proper Life crew set out to investigate what many consider the most haunted hotel in the world, hoping to document real paranormal activity inside a place already infamous for ghost sightings. Throughout the night, they run several classic experiments, including EVP sessions and spirit box communication, trying to reach whatever entities might still be there. But as the investigation continues, the atmosphere inside the hotel begins to shift. While filming in the bathroom, the team starts hearing strange, unexplained noises. And later, inside a room where a child is said to have died, they witness something that makes the entire investigation feel far more serious.
What was that? What?
Look at the mirror.
Oh my god! What would be causing the mirror to do that? It's not moving on the wall. I gotta check this out, dude. It's not moving. It's not moving, it's only summer. Okay. We gotta get Megan out of there. We gotta go to that room. Let's go. We gotta get Megan out. Megan! You done?
Yeah.
One of the mirrors were moving in the other room.
Thing ever.
You're lying.
No,
We're not. It was moving more violent than that.
it was
though.
shaking violently.
And now it's moving barely. So what made it move so violent? Oh my god, it's like stop.
Alright, let's go back in the room, review the footage, then let's go into that room.
Zach, he looks so concerned.
Because it's so weird because like there's nothing in there.
A mirror suddenly begins moving on its own. No one touches it, and yet it shifts, enough to leave the crew visibly disturbed. After that, the tension inside the room only gets worse. The team says they begin feeling watched, as if something unseen is now fully aware of them, and not happy that they are there. Then things escalate again.
When you walk in, but I think the creepiest part about this room, see those drapes? Do you see it? Those are really, so like, it's just like the shape of this room. Everything seems kind of weird, right? Everything. Like, you hear that? Like, I can hear stuff just like, everything over here is creaking.
Is that a real window?
Yeah, it's a real window.
What is this?
And, like,
What is this?
that's another room. This is a closet here. But they're blocking it off, and I bet there's a reason. It's just a closet. There's nothing inside.
It's really shallow. All the closets are
Yeah, they're really shallow. This room's really creepy. Like, do you get the chill in here? Like, you feel that?
Look at that hat on the wall.
Like, I
Oh, did you hear that?
yeah. Is that not you?
When this thing just buckled upon itself.
That wasn't you?
No. It just buckled on itself. Oh my god.
What?
Oh no, there's like a rope string behind us. Holy,
That scared me. Oh, God.
ooh, ooh, that's creepy. Oh, it's still creepy. Oh, go, go, go.
My closet. She has like blood dripping down her face.
They hear another noise somewhere nearby. But no matter where they look, they cannot find the source.
Did you guys hear that?
What was that? Did you guys make a note?
It was what was it? Shh, shh, shh. Everyone quiet.
Hello?
At that point, the team decides to end the investigation early. According to them, The energy inside the location had changed too much, and it no longer felt safe to keep pushing. They believed the entities they encountered were becoming irritated, and whatever was inside that hotel seemed to be growing more active the longer they stayed. YouTuber Miguelo77 decided to try something similar himself, not for money, not for views alone, but to test his luck against fear. His challenge was simple: spend the night inside a house where the ghosts of 2 girls are said to remain. So he packed his gear, grabbed a tent and a few flashlights, and headed out to the abandoned twin houses sitting in the middle of nowhere. He set up camp inside the very room where previous investigators claimed to have seen apparitions, casually brushing past a pentagram etched into the floor. At first, Miguel kept things light, chatting with his followers. But as the night settled in, a faint humming drifted through the darkness, just quiet enough to feel wrong. Moments later, distant dog barking echoed across the area, steady and relentless. Locals say the house has a dark history. Some believe occult rituals were performed here. Others claim children were brought there for disturbing reasons. Miguel tried to brush it off, but what happened next was impossible to ignore. Watch this.
Manches, no he podido dormir. La verga. No dejo de escuchar ruidos. No te hubieras asustado. Desde hace rato estoy escuchando como rasguña. Se escuchó bien cabrón los pasos. Verga, verga, verga. ¡Ah! Me asusté bien cabrón. Verga, verga, cálmate, cálmate. No te sugestiones. Cálmate, cálmate. Es el viento, es el viento. A huevo que es el viento. Bueno, amigos. Me asusté, cabrón. Se están escuchando bien cabrón acá arriba desde hace rato.
Lying in his tent, waiting for something, anything to happen, Miguel suddenly heard footsteps. Then came the slow sound of something scraping along the wall. Whatever was out there was moving closer, and then his tent jolted. His heart nearly stopped. But after a moment, he convinced himself it was just the wind. That was enough. He decided this was a mistake. Miguel began packing up, ready to leave immediately. But whatever was outside wasn't finished yet.
¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? ¿Qué hago? Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Ya, por favor. No mames, ¿qué es eso? Vámonos a la chingada, vámonos a la verga, vámonos a la verga, vámonos a la verga.
Just as he was about to run, his camera shut off, right as he felt something rush toward him. When he turned around, Miguel says he saw her. A ghostly figure matching the descriptions from Punk Rock TV's investigation. That was all it took. He didn't stop to fix the camera. He didn't look back. He ran. And something tells us he won't be spending another night in that house anytime soon.
No mames. No mames. ¿Qué es eso?
The Appalachian Mountains have always carried a dark reputation, full of old legends, strange sightings, and stories passed down in quiet voices. But what one resident recently captured on her security camera feels far more unsettling than just another local tale. Living in a remote area, she regularly checks her footage and usually finds nothing out of the ordinary. But while reviewing one recording from outside her property, she notices something that leaves her deeply disturbed.
So we have about
Watch
200
closely.
acres in the Appalachian Mountains. We're not there full time, so periodically I check the cameras just to see what's there. And what the f is that? What's that? Anybody with a Ring camera understands that if your camera picks up motion, it starts recording.
In the footage, a strange silhouette appears with surprising clarity, and when the image is zoomed in, it looks eerily like someone riding a horse. At first, the most reasonable explanation would be an animal, a camera glitch, or even pareidolia, that strange way the human brain tries to turn random shadows into something familiar. But according to her, the outline does not quite fit any simple explanation. The posture feels too human, too deliberate, and then one detail makes the whole thing even more unsettling. She says there is an old cemetery on her property. Thinking the figure might somehow be connected to that land, she speaks to a neighbor whose family has lived in the area for generations. She asks one very specific question: did anyone there ever own a white horse? And that is when the story takes a much darker turn. The neighbor sends her several old photographs, and in one of them, an ancestor can be seen riding a light-colored horse, one that looks strikingly similar to the figure caught on camera. The resemblance feels far too close to ignore. Disturbed by that discovery, the neighbor goes out to the location at night with a flashlight, hoping to find some kind of evidence.
Okay, right there's the camera.
So right here's where it be.
Right here's where that horse was. And there is nothing been here. There has been nothing here. Nothing.
But he finds nothing. No footprints. No hoof prints. No signs that anything had been there at all. Even after that, the woman still tries to explain it away. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe an illusion. Maybe something ordinary that only looked strange in the footage. But when she later reviews another recording, the doubt comes rushing back, even stronger than before.
Found out that there was a cemetery on the property. Every time I get there, I walk up by myself and I say a prayer. After that, once I came back home and checked the camera, this is what I saw. I wasn't really sure what it was. I'm like, it looks like an old man with like carrying a staff with like a beard or something. And I started digging, and what the theory that I came up with was that it was Saint Michael leading these souls to heaven. I sent it to my mom and she said, there's more people around him. And then she said, if you look at the very last like second, it like turns as if it's going to go up that trail.
Because if there are no physical traces on the ground, and yet the shape keeps appearing with that kind of detail, then something about it simply does not add up. The lack of tracks weakens the normal explanations, and the connection to those old photographs makes the whole case even more disturbing. Maybe it is just coincidence. Maybe it is only interpretation. Or maybe it is something else entirely, something tied to the past, something that no longer belongs to this world, but somehow still lingers there. And when sightings like this start repeating, the question is no longer just, what was that? It becomes something far more unsettling. What was it, really? Children all over the world have imaginary friends, and most of the time, it is nothing to be concerned about. But one mother recently began noticing her son behaving in ways that felt much harder to explain. She says she would often catch him talking to someone, even when no one else was around. And from time to time, his toys would turn up in completely different places throughout the house. At first, it was easy to dismiss. But the pattern kept growing stranger, enough that she decided to set up a security camera inside his playroom. And before long, that camera captured something genuinely unsettling. In the footage, the boy's arm suddenly appears to jerk upward on its own, as if something unseen had grabbed him and pulled. Almost at the exact same moment, a nearby teddy bear also seems to move, without any clear cause. For the boy's mother, the timing is what makes it so disturbing. It almost looks like whatever her son has been talking to was trying to get his attention. Now, she is deeply creeped out by what was caught on camera. Part of her still wants to believe she is just overthinking it, reading too much into shadows and movement. But another part of her cannot shake the feeling that something genuinely paranormal may be happening inside that room. So, what do you think happened here? Was it real or just a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.